After a basketball game, my friends and I went to a nearby McDonald's to grab something to eat, which, as I'm editing this video, feels really contradictory because I was doing sports to be healthy. But then I went and ate McDonald's, which is high in sugar and fat. So it's basically a negative workout. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is afterwards we all ordered our set meals, and one of them suggested that we should dump all our fries into one tray. You know, the mountain of fries thing. There were 4 of us, and 3 of them, without hesitation, immediately dumped their fries into one of the trays. Then they all simultaneously turned their heads towards me, waiting for me to do the same. Before we move on, I need to give you a bit of context. These weren't my best friends that I hang out with often, just some casual friends I'd met not too long ago. So they weren't exactly aware of my eating habits. Anyway, as they all turned to look at me, waiting for me to dump my fries in, I just said no, in the most sincere and monotone voice ever. "Why?" they asked. "Well, I just don't like picking up fries one by one with my fingers and putting them into my mouth. It's too slow. It's not the most optimised route. And honestly, it's unsatisfying because I can barely taste the potato because McDonald's fries are way too thin when eaten one at a time." "Then how do you eat it?" one of my friends asked. So I turned, looked him dead in the eyes, and just shoved the entire bunch of fries straight into my mouth. Huh? They all went to pure silence, just staring at me in disbelief, and maybe slight disgust. I tried to explain my way of the fries, but they just wouldn't listen.
They called me a madman.
So I had no choice but to turn to the internet to get my validation. Personally, I think this way of eating fries is the most optimised method. You get to actually taste the potato, and most importantly, your fingers don't get all greasy. Though I will say, this technique does take a little bit of skill, as you've got to aim it properly at your mouth. If you miss, you'll end up spilling the fries all over the place. One of the other benefits of mastering this technique is speed. You can finish a packet of fries in about 3 minutes, which means you can always guarantee they'll never get cold. And cold fries are a hit or miss for a lot of people. I've seen people who only eat fries when they're hot and fresh. Once they turn cold, they just throw them away, saying they're soggy, oily, and plain gross. Personally, I don't really care. As long as the fries aren't refrigerator cold, I'll still eat them. But that's not the point. The main problem I've seen people encounter when they pile up all their fries into a mountain is that the fries at the bottom always end up cold in the end. Here's what I've observed whenever people try to make a mountain of fries. In the beginning, everyone's excited. They dump all their fries into a tray, creating a giant pile. The fries are fresh and hot, and the entire table smells like grease. They start digging in, open up a bunch of sauces, and try every combination they can think of. But after a short while, they realise the mountain barely shrinks in size. From my personal experience, there's always that one person who calls dibs and stops eating, even though he's barely eaten his share of fries. Eating a mountain of fries is like running a marathon. It doesn't matter how fast you start, it's about how long you can keep going. And just like in a marathon, never say you're tired or full, because once someone says it out loud, that mindset spreads. The rest of the group subconsciously starts feeling the same way. And before you know it, 3 people versus a mountain of fries turns into 2. Until finally it's one man left fighting a hill of fries. At this point, the last man standing is usually the one who was raised not to waste food. By now 30 minutes have passed, the fries are getting cold, and you're getting full. Which is why you start to slow down. Usually it's either because that person genuinely hates wasting food, or because he's trying to prove a point. What point he's trying to prove, I have no idea. But he's definitely trying to prove something, because he's not gaining anything from this. I don't know about you, but when I'm full, everything starts to look gross. My appetite drops and my desire for food just disappears, which I think is my body's natural way of preventing me from overeating. But I know for a fact that this guy is going through multiple layers of hell just to finish that hill of fries. And every single person I've seen who did finish it ended up feeling sick for the next 12 hours, or just straight up sick. After I explained this to my friends, they asked, "But how do you dip your fries? Do you just pour the sauce into the packet of fries?" I replied, "What? No, that would be outrageous. I just don't eat fries with sauces." Immediately, they reacted like I'd just murdered someone. People overreact way too much sometimes, which leads me to the title of this video. Condiments. The definition of condiments is a substance such as salt, mustard or pickle that is used to add flavour to food. That's what a nerd, or someone who blindly follows whatever the book says, would tell you. But to me, when I say condiments, I mean ketchup, mustard, and mayo. Who in their right mind counts salt as a condiment? Salt is a seasoning. And no, I'm not counting sauce as condiments as well, only ketchup, mustard, and mayo. And yes, when I eat a hot dog, I don't put ketchup or mustard. It's just a plain old hot dog. Yes, I don't dip my fries or nuggets into any sauces. And yes, I've ordered a sandwich from Subway before and told them to put no sauce.
You're crazy.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
If your food needs ketchup or mustard just to be edible, your food is trash, or your taste buds are just broken. A good hot dog doesn't need condiments. The sausage itself should already be seasoned. You already have flavour. Not everything needs freaking condiments. Oh, but salt isn't enough flavour, is usually the response I get from people, which is such a dumb response. Like, bro, do you dip your steak in ketchup too?
Hell no, man.
What do you mean salt isn't enough flavour? How much flavour do you need?
want from me?
When you dip your fries in ketchup, you can literally only taste ketchup. It replaces the flavour instead of enhancing it. You're basically eating sauce with a side of fries. Try eating cardboard with condiments next time. That might actually become your favourite food. In fact, you know what? I dare say that no matter what you're eating, if it comes with condiments by default, and not as an additional option, it's because they're trying to cover up the fact that their seasoning game is so weak that they need the condiments just to make it decent. Take McDonald's, for example. I don't know if anyone has ever, out of pure curiosity, tried their patty alone without any condiments, because that thing tastes like the most artificial, under-seasoned piece of meat ever. I'm convinced that's exactly why they include condiments by default, because the burger on its own is just buns and disappointment. The sauce isn't there to enhance the flavour. It's there to hide how bland the meat actually is. But if you turn around and look at their nuggets and fries, those are genuinely amazing, with or without condiments. And that's the key difference. The sauces for nuggets and fries are optional, not required. They're there as a bonus, not a necessity. Honestly, that's how food should be. You shouldn't need to rely on condiments if the food itself is well seasoned. When fries are crispy, hot and fresh, when that salt hits your tongue, you don't need anything else. The flavour speaks for itself. That's real quality. So next time someone says fries need ketchup, just remember, maybe their taste buds are like their personality, overcompensating for lack of seasoning. In conclusion, condiments are like makeup for bad food. If you need it, that says a lot about what's underneath. Alright, my name is Kino. See you next time.